Merry meet everyone and welcome to My Pagan Life. Change of scenery. I've been putting off making a video like this multiple times because the background is very dominating, but I'm hoping the video quality for this video is still decent and that you can at least hear me. One thing I quickly want to say before I start this video is that for those of you who are annoyed by my Norwegian video and my new Norwegian series, you don't have to fret anymore because I'm thinking of actually stopping that series right here and right now because it's been difficult to keep up with. I'm not really happy with what I'm doing with this series called En norsk vikaners ukelog. So I'm planning on stopping making those videos. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making Norwegian videos altogether. I really do want to make Norwegian videos in the future, but that series has been a little bit difficult for me to develop and really make. So yeah, I'm gonna stop with that. Anyway, I've been contemplating what video I should do first, and I've realized that most of you have said that you want to hear about extroversion and introversion and understanding energy. I'm thinking that this can be an interesting topic, but I feel like I'm jumping into something I'm not completely sure about. So that's why I'd like your help, so I'll be asking you questions in this video that you can go down to the commenting section and answer. I've just been generally thinking about how energy is a part of everything that is Wicca and everything we do in our daily lives. So I'm just sort of thinking that maybe we should pay more attention to energy and different types of energy and focus more on what energy really is in order to understand how we can most efficiently or most effectively work with energy in our practice and our lives. And I think introversion and extroversion is part of that because it's all about energy and how an individual recharges and exerts and spends energy. I hope it's okay for you guys if I just spend a second trying to debunk one of the biggest myths I've seen about extroversion and introversion going around. I don't know if it's like a myth or something, and I'm a little bit like skeptic to using the word debunking because I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a professional, and I'm just talking from my own subjective view and experience. But I find that when most people describe someone as an introvert or an extrovert, they are saying that as if they're outgoing, or they're shy, or something like that. As I've understood extroversion and introversion, it's not about how social you are. Extroversion and introversion in itself is not about how outgoing or how shy you are. I guess you can say that being outgoing is about you exerting your energy in a certain way, but it's technically possible for a shy person to be an extrovert, just as it's possible for an outgoing person to be an introvert. Extroversion simply means that you are recharged by being with people. That doesn't mean you can't be shy. Introversion is about how you're recharged by being in your own world, and that spending time with others, no matter how much you love them or like them or appreciate them, you spend energy. That doesn't mean you're not social or you're outgoing or you really, really, really like to be with people. It just means that being with people drains you more than it would be draining for an extrovert. But you know, I'm not an expert, so if you guys have your own thoughts, tell me about how you perceive extroversion and introversion and how you perceive others to perceive it. For those of you who are wondering, I'm an introvert. I am the shy kind of introvert. But it's easier for me today to see that extroverts, in comparison to me, extroverts that I know, their energy regeneration and their energy use is completely different from mine. For me, finding out that I was an introvert was a really important and prominent thing for me because it got me to identify some of my problems that I have, actually. I remember this one time I went on a leadership course trip that was for about 2 days. I couldn't have been more grumpy. My mother obviously was prepared for this because I'm her daughter. She's known me for literally almost 17 years now. I didn't really know that. I didn't really consider the fact that my grumpiness came from my introversion and the fact that I had been drained of so much energy. And as insignificant and unimportant as that may seem to certain people, for me that was like a huge discovery. Like being an introvert and being aware of the fact that I was and still am an introvert has been like a huge thing for me and has gotten me to realize a lot of things about myself, including in my practice. And I don't know if there's much else for me to say in this video other than that, but I'd like us to reflect a little bit on that. But if you can relate to what I'm saying, then feel free to comment down below. My point is that energy exists everywhere, and I mean, even science makes a huge deal out of this. Energy is everywhere. It can't be created, nor can it disappear. It's only in everything, and it's in different forms, and it always transitions to different forms of energy. And I've at least come to learn within myself that energy in terms of extroversion and introversion is the biggest and most important way to identify energy, like identify how you live your life and again, I'm asking this question and making this video because I'm a little bit curious about it myself, but I don't really know how to go about talking about it, like in terms of Wicca and paganism, or witchcraft for that matter, which is totally relevant. So I'd really like to hear your thoughts. How do you think we can apply our understanding of extroversion and introversion to our practice? Me, I make everything pretty much a spell. Like whenever I try to think about something or contemplate something, I make it like into a meditation session, or I try to make it like into a conscious spell kind of thing. Even if I don't have candles or I don't have herbs or crystals or anything like that, I just sort of make it into like a mini spell, just like sitting there thinking. And that's when I use my introversion, I guess, to sort of do that. Like I like spending time in my own mind, and I guess that's part of my introversion. So like, I'm not sure if you understand where I'm trying to get with this, but maybe you do. I mean, I'm not sure either. Regardless, guys, I wanted to bring awareness to this topic, and I think it can be very interesting, and I'd really like to talk to you guys about it and discuss it with you in the comments. I don't know if the video itself was very informative, but I hope we can have a good discussion. I hope we get some nice input. I'm hoping you guys will stick around, and until next time, guys, blessed be from My Pagan Life.